beautiful people. It is Mounjaro Monday and it's time for the shot. This has definitely made things so much more consistent and, dare I say, easier to lose weight this time because it's been more consistent. I have to admit that I do my best in also exercising and eating well, having a well-balanced meal or well-balanced food plan. I, for myself, have to do more low carb because I'm insulin resistant. And with that and some of my health I might have lymphedema, and I've heard that if I go keto or low carb, that it helps with that. But basically, because I'm so insulin resistant, I have to be careful of how many carbs I eat. So I do complex carbs, and every once in a while I treat myself. If I really want to crave a cookie, then I'll have one or two. And I do that just so I don't binge like I've done in the past. And that seems to be working. So I started my weight loss journey. For those of you who are new here, and sometimes because I get it mixed up a bit, I started my weight loss journey on Christmas break, December 2022, and Christmas break started, the last day of school was December 22nd, and so I guess you could say December 23rd, 2022. And I started walking, and I could only walk a little bit. I was 313 pounds. My legs got swollen really fast. I got tired. And going uphill was really hard, and I was huffing and puffing and having a hard time breathing on those things, on the inclines. So I just did a little bit of time, and then I increased over time. And at first my goal was just 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. And then it gradually increased. I lost 45 pounds by doing that by July 2023. And then in July, because I was done teaching summer school, I went in and did my doctor's visits, trying to get caught up on everything. And during that visit, I found out that so when I went in for my checkup, I found out that my A1C was 6.0. Well, for my doctor, she was like, she diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes. Now, if you look online, I think that's still pre-diabetic, but I was, not wanting to go anywhere in there. So she said, you want to try some medicine? So she put me on metformin. Then my daughter said, hey mom, I have some friends that are taking a semaglutide or Mounjaro. Some of them were doing one's doing another one, and they seem to be doing really good with it, and why don't you check it out? So I ended up I went back and talked to my nurse practitioner, and she agreed, and she's like, okay, so she sent over the prescription. And so the date that I actually started is kind of funny. I didn't keep track very well back then. And one of my new friends on here reminded me, and it's exactly the truth, I didn't want to document probably one more attempt that could end up in failure. I didn't take a before picture. I didn't log all the details. I knew I was 313 though, because I had been that for a long time. And I can go back to my medical records and I see the weight there too. So, so I didn't document a lot. I didn't do this is my week one. I didn't even want to share. I didn't tell a lot of people, not even that much of my family, because I wanted to prove to myself and to my family first, but mainly myself first, that I could do this. I felt very confident going into it because I was shocked and good and very happy that I was able to lose 45 pounds. Another thing is I had gastric bypass on August 16th, 2000. So that's 24 years ago. And I feel like the tool is still there. I can't eat a lot at once. And so I feel like that is something that kind of helps me too. That it helps with some weight loss still, whenever I'm trying to lose weight and I'm not overeating and snacking too much. Grazing became the thing that I did, which ultimately caused me to gain all my weight back, was the grazing, because you can't eat a lot at once, but chicken and protein makes you full. cookies and carbs and things do not make you full on the gastric bypass. Well, for me, it didn't. And so, yeah, you couldn't gain weight after having weight loss surgery. So 24 years after that, and there was a couple of times where I tried different things, like during COVID, and I did intermittent fasting, and I'd probably lose like 25 pounds, and that was it. So in July, the very end of July, when she put me on metformin, I think I took it for 2 weeks, and then started the Mounjaro. So I either started Mounjaro at the end of July or the very first week of August. And for that whole entire journey, so my weight kind of fluctuates. If I go by my weight last week, I had gotten down to 100, oh gosh, what was it? Let's see, so I had lost a total of 130 pounds. So I had gotten down to 183. And yeah, so I'd have to go back and calculate 45 pounds, take the 130 minus 45 pounds. So that would be 85 pounds with the help of Mounjaro and exercising. At least I'm just walking. I'm not like doing a lot of heavy stuff. I'm trying to bring in some weights though, because I can feel my arms getting a little bit weaker. And I would tell you, it's not the medication, it's the weight loss. Anytime you lose a lot of weight, you're gonna lose muscle mass. And I experienced the same thing with gastric bypass. And so maybe I'm in that frame where I lost muscle mass then, and so then I gained back a lot of fat. So now I'm really trying hard to get the muscle back. When I walk, I engage my leg muscles, and so I feel stronger in my legs than I have in a long time. The part where I feel like I'm needing to lift some more weights would be my arms. So anyway, that's me. I would say either very end of July or beginning of August, I started at the beginning dose, the 2.5 for 1 month, and then titrated up to 5. And that was just what my nurse practitioner, she wanted to see how I tolerated it. She wanted me to go ahead and go up to the 5. We did 5 for 2 months. And so then I had 7.5 in November and December. So if I had 5 for 2 months, so I had 2.5 September, 5 September, October, November. Okay, so somewhere in November and December, if I look back at my chart or Costco refills, I had a 7.5. I started the 10 in January, at the beginning of January, and I've stayed at 10 because that's once I saw the Oprah special, then I started looking out there and go, oh, let's see what other people are experiencing. Before that, I had a few friends who were on it, and I just had to go by their information. So this is, what is it? So today's June 10th, and this is my second dose of my 6th month, I guess, since January. So this is month 6, and it still works. I still get the appetite suppression occasionally, and I still feel real hunger, and I like to feel the real hunger. I can tell when it's head hunger or that I'm just getting the munchies. Sometimes I get more munchy the day before is shot day. I didn't really notice that yesterday. I was actually not that hungry yesterday. And I did experience one of those things. Everybody's like sulfur burps or toots. And I do get a lot of belching, but I haven't really noticed a lot of the sulfur. But little TMI here. So yesterday I was shopping at a store, I won't say where, we were out of town, and my stomach was rumbling since we had breakfast at a restaurant, and first time ever I smelled that sulfur smell, and then it led to having to rush to the bathroom. And I had to rush to the bathroom all weekend. So I don't know if it's because of the food I was eating being out of my home and being out of town, that could have had something to do with it. Because I always felt like if you were eating, or when I was eating fried foods, that it would cause diarrhea, loose stools. And I've always had the opposite. With this is the first time ever I've had the opposite effect, constipation. And yeah, last week was different, but I wasn't real hungry. I did eat some snacks because I was on, I was out of town. I was at the coast, at the beach, and just wanted to enjoy some different foods. Okay, I don't want to deprive myself, like I said. So all in all, I'm very happy. I'm happy that Mounjaro 10 milligrams is working, and I probably am about 20 to 30 pounds away from my goal weight. And from what I'm understanding from other people is that once I get there, then I will start lowering the dose. So I'll go down to 7.5, and then I'll see how that goes, and then we'll go down to 5, and maybe hopefully be on a maintenance of 2.5 or be totally off of it. I don't know, we'll see, because I feel like with some of the issues that I've had, I probably have a GLP deficiency. I know you can't test for that, but we'll have to see. Like, we'll have to see how my body does. I'll give it my best either way. All right, so it is shot day. Last week I injected in the right side of my abdomen. Oh no, it was the left side. And it was weird because I saw a little bruise on my right side, and I thought, did I inject on my right side? And I went back to my video just to make sure, and it looks like it was the left side. So I'm gonna do the right side. And I would do my arms, but I'll have to change into a tank top. So I'm just gonna do the abdomen this week. Now, I have noticed, and I've said to others or said in videos before, that when I inject on my left side, I feel like I get better appetite suppression. So we'll see. This week is gonna be the right side. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you can just stay on the left side. I don't think so. You're supposed to rotate it. Okay, so I have my alcohol, and hopefully you guys don't get grossed out by looking at fat and stuff. So, okay, so yes, you can see I have a lot of stretch marks, and I do have a bruise right there, but I'm gonna go, let's see, right about here, there's still, I'm gonna try to stay away from the stretch marks, okay? So I'm rubbing with alcohol. There's that bruise. All right, so you see stretch marks. Okay, so this is the lower abdomen, and one of the things on my video, I'm comparing. So there was a question from Gina at Anchor Moments, and Gina's a new friend. She's a sister from another mister, is what she says, and I love that. And we were talking about the liquid IV, like what's the difference between liquid IV and LMNT, LMNT. So I'm comparing the ingredients right now to see how different they are, what is the difference, and I'm gonna post the video, or I'll add it to this one actually. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid as much as I can some stretch marks, and then as you can see, I think I'd like to show this. Oh, wait a second, why is it that you can see the plunger? Oh, this is one that I must have already used this one, yikes. Oh, I grabbed the wrong box, I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to the other box, and it was pretty much the same. It had 2 pins left. I saved these 2 just to use in videos when I'm talking about it, and I wanted to just remove the needles so they're like safe. I don't usually have to worry about anybody messing with them, and I keep them in a safe spot. So it's a good thing I looked at it. You can always see the plunger after your shot. And let me see, here's the camera. Okay, you can see the bubble. And look at the difference. When you're done, you see the plunger. This is before, this is after. I'll keep them the same. Okay. All right, so that's a good thing to know. And I just alcohol swabbed. Oh, scared me, okay. Like, why is it hard to open? There's the needle. This time there's nothing at the end. Last time there was. And, okay, so I put the alcohol in this area. I'm going to hold that. I like to pinch the skin, and it's dry now. It's in the unlock position, and you're gonna hear 2 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to hold it for another 10. Oh, I gotta stop squeezing so hard because I have a bubble of medicine on there. Don't come out. Stay in. All right, so that is the injection. Hopefully that doesn't gross you out. I do that because people are afraid. I was afraid in the beginning too. And so I know there's other people who are just starting this journey, and I just want to help with, here it goes, you can see the plunger. I just want to help with, you know, kind of demystifying, or, and I guess everybody is different, but this one is so cool. My grandson, he's like, can I be in your video? Hi. So this one, I didn't get a shock or anything, and I didn't let it go to room temperature, and it still didn't sting. So I don't know, maybe sometimes in your stomach you don't feel it as much versus like the arm. All right, so I'm gonna get some information and talk to you about the difference between the liquid IV versus element, and I'll come right back and insert that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you next a comparison of the element versus the liquid IV. Okay, and so then I found this article that compares the two, and so what they're saying is that liquid IV has sugar, natural flavors, and artificial flavors. There's a difference between the potassium levels and the sodium levels for sure, and you'll see that on there as well. So there's like double the sodium in the element, so you definitely want to talk to your doctor first if you do have high blood pressure, to make sure, like, is the potassium negating the sodium? Is it enough, or is this going to cause you any issues? I think it's a smart thing to do is just to put a little bit at first and see how you tolerate it. Or even like up to half a packet, to make sure it doesn't cause any effects, but talk to your medical provider. And I didn't see magnesium in the ingredients, but in the article it says that it does have that the main difference was that there was sugar. Now, I think when they were comparing it though, they were comparing their regular liquid IV that's not the sugar-free. So the only main difference then would be that liquid IV has some artificial flavors. So if you're trying to stay as clean as possible, then the element seemed to be a better choice. I was trying to think, what else did I see on there? Calories, so that just depended maybe on which one you got. So if you look, I put a couple pictures. I was at Costco. I hope I include all those pictures. I'll add them in here. And I saw that they had different flavors today, and obviously that makes a difference in the calories and the all the ingredients. So I know Element says no dodgy ingredients, and I think that's why they're staying very clean, very simple ingredients, just a few, and I like that compared to a lot of like hidden things. Like, always look out for dextrose and the different names for sugar. Okay. But I'm leaving in there for you. If liquid IV is easier for you to get, then by all means, like, that might be a better choice for you. I know we used to use it, and then whenever I heard, oh, it has sugar, I stopped using it, and then I started using Element. And so I especially make sure I'm using my Element the day before my shot, the day of the shot date, and the day after, minimally. And then I probably will put like half of a packet on some of the other days. And recently I noticed I've been combining flavors, and those have kind of been exciting because I don't like plain water. I'm not gonna drink it if I only have plain water, so I have to do whatever I can to get that water in. And my main goal was, one, to help with constipation, and two, get rid of the muscle cramps. But also it helps with if you don't have constipation and you have the other, right? All right, there we go. We're gonna see the comparison next. All right, so this one is Element, and as you can see, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, no sugar, 2 grams of carbs,
Grandma, can you
10 calories. Hang on, say it, sweetie. 1 stick pack, and there's our details, right? And then the ingredients: salt, sodium chloride, citric acid, magnesium malate. You can see, I know. Potassium chloride, natural flavors, and stevia, leaf extract. Now let's go look at the others.
Still in there.
Are they attached? Oh.
Grandma, why did you go? Nobody can get wet.